Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
We're going to start.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They run the counter with Martin, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
We're going to start. 51, 65, 65.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, New York.
Darnold on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point attempt to follow here. likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set. Mike 51. On deck, punk.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pick your game up. Sit. Check 6 down. He's grabbed.
Try the right side with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. Mike 53. 53. Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go. Here we go. Echo. Mike 53.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Yup, go. Check the out. 51 to Mike. 50.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big Sears right here, so we got to step it up. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun, Gibbons. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quinnen Williams able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
take over first and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to run now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. On first down, Darnold. He's got Smith here. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a handoff looking right. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And hoping to do better than they did.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 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 check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibbons. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A Big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 50. Come on, baby.
Back to throw. Gibbons. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This is Howard on second down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
Here we go. 60 out low. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a magic. Orbit. 51 the mic, boy. 51. I got him. 51.
From the gun on third down. Gibbons. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Bell. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A first down throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And he's going to go down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Darnold, who's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
51 the mic. Oh, yeah.
To throw on second down. Gibbons. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On 3rd and 2. Gibbons. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing on first down. Gibbons. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
51, Mike 51. I got you, punk.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gibbons. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mike 51.
On third down, Gibbons. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set the turn, defense. Set the turn.
On the counter, here's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We're going to start. 49 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
first down, it's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Trump. I got you, boy. Let's go.
To throw again, Gibbons. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Mike 51. Yeah, that's what I do.
To throw on third down, Gibbons. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Darnold from the gun. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Echo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibbons gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Howard. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now Balaj. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jet 16-yard line.
Ready. Henry. Mike 51. Here we go. Check. Alert flag.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On the handoff, this is Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold now to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Returnable for Grant. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Howard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some screen. Come get some. Here, one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbons. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
There you go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Hey, come on now. Come on now.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Throwing again. Gibbons. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He was covered by Jamal Evans.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Operating from the gun. Gibbons. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
You think you won't get this? Switch. 51 to Mike.
Looking to throw. Gibbons. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Squeeze.
From the gun, Gibbons. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the delay, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's hit and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Hey, Mike 51. 51, Mike 51.
To throw on 2nd down. Gibbons being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Willis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Givens. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold completes it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
It's now 2nd and 6.
40 on side.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well for the defensive
guy. What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go with Howard again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Off play action. Gibbons. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Gibbons. It's complete to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 29-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.